Hello, everybody. It is your Common Sense editorial team, Tanner and Chrissy, who come at you every Tuesday on the Common Sense Education YouTube channel, the most viewed YouTube channel in the world. We just won that
Maybe in
distinction.
history. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Maybe
just
the history of YouTube, we cracked it.
we just got notified. It's
Yeah.
like this is hot off the presses, everyone. We have the most popular channel in history, which is really great, and that
It
is
is great.
that is because of our resources at Common Sense Organization Education, the nonprofit. It's totally free, everything there. One of the things we do is review stuff that you can use in your classroom. Chrissy, what is it we're going to be looking at today?
Oh, me. Yes. Here's what we're going to be looking at today. It's called Rock by Rock. I wish Ozzy Osbourne were featured in some way in Rock by Rock, but that's not the case. So we'll just, we'll live with that loss and continue. Rock by Rock, as you can see, is project based learning science themed modules, which are super ready for you just to use. So we rated it 4 stars, grades 1 to 5. And let me take you through some of the basics here. So, if you are looking this summer for some new science materials that you can use in your classroom, you want to shake things up, you want to get away from your textbooks, et cetera, et cetera, make it a little bit spicier. Rock by Rock could potentially be a good solution for you. Hands-on kits like FOSS, etc. If you've heard of FOSS, really cool, gets kids involved and thinking in new ways, and really, it enables them to get their hands dirty. If that's not a program that you can use, Rock by Rock is not free, but we can get into the pricing, which doesn't really break the bank. So I think it's within the realm of possibility for a lot of schools. So as you can see, online, hands-on, real world, in out of the box modules. So what they're boasting here, you have virtual field experiences, so not actual experiments per se, but projects that get them involved in thinking beyond textbook learning. So there's informational text. They go through interactive content, educator guide, and I'll show you what one of the projects looks like as well. New projects monthly is one of the promises. Right now, one of the critiques that we have is the amount and breadth of modules is fairly limited at this point. So there's not a huge variety of choice. I think because it's fairly new, so you kind of have to stay tuned and see if it's something that will work for you as you go. But let's take a look at what projects are available. One thing I love about Rock by Rock is how it's organized. Having seen a lot of platforms where there are curricular elements that are meant to be really easy for teachers just to implement right from the site, sometimes the organization, the navigation, etc., is makes it difficult, makes it actually harder for teachers to use. This I find to be very simple, and you can see exactly what you're getting. So here's a very simple toggle, K2 or 3-5. You can see here, Series 1, Endangered Species. You have all these engaging topics that, kids will be hooked about, be excited about. Dinosaur discovery. I mean, a lot of kids love dinosaurs. Series 2, Science for Good. So, again, it's kind of going beyond rote and getting into some ways that science actually affects the world, taking care of our Earth. These are coming soon, so you can see some of the things that are on the docket to be included. Let's say, the pangolin probably not given its due, I would say. Look at him. Look at him. He needs more attention than what he gets. So let's take a look at this. So for K2, save the pangolins. I'm 100% already on board based on this picture. So we have a clear mission. We have the Take Action Project, which in this case, totally age appropriate. You're creating a puppet show to teach others about the pangolin, which is perhaps the cutest thing ever. So kids are going to learn about this animal and also why they're worth saving. And you can see here, it's very clearly organized in terms of what you get, what kids are going to do, what the activities are. If you need to report on what standards are addressed, it's right here. And again, now the course content is very, very clearly laid out. They don't give you a lot of material to peruse for free. So if you sign up, you'll be able to see a little bit and get a little taste, but you won't be able to see very much. But you do have a clear outline of how a lesson would go. So as I scroll down, you can kind of see then the culminating project is taking action in the form of puppeteering, which of course we know is incredibly impactful.
Is there a free trial that gives you a peek behind the curtain?
There is a free trial per se. I would say less of a trial and more of limited free content. So it's
Yeah.
less time constrained and more here, you get to see sort of one lesson and that's it.
Okay.
So not a whole lot, definitely. If we go to 3.5, you can see a similar sort of thematic elements here in terms of save the, stop the, save our brains. I'm on board with that for sure. Winter blues, climate changers, and then down here we have some, sort of science focused and also topical things that you can show the application of science and its relevance, etc. So I think potentially if you're looking for something to shake up your science class, I think it could be really a cool way to do that. In terms of price, you can see about $100 per year for 30 students for one classroom. So again, depending on the budget of your school and where it's allocated, etc., it's not cheap, but it's also not insane, I would say. And then you, of course, have to contact them for district pricing. You get one free mini lesson and then a 30-day money-back guarantee, which I have not seen very often for
No.
educational platforms, that you can actually get your money back if you're like, I don't want to save the pangolin. I'm,
My-
after learning about it, I'm like, you know what? Let it go extinct. I want my money back. I don't know. So that's an option. But I think, overall, it's a way to get kids involved in science, maybe in a new way beyond the textbook, that is really easy to implement. It's right there for you. You don't have to get a ton of materials together, and yeah, easy to get in there.
It was nice to see too that they have SEL skills as like a core component
empathy.
of the learning. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So you can choose
So
by
that's
topic, but also
rockbyrocks.com.
skill. And I love the approach of kind of seasonal content, regularly updated content. The idea that you subscribe to something and there are new things constantly appearing that allow you to sort of pepper in new topics as you go throughout a year. It does remind me a bit of Mystery Science in that they're trying to really lean into the natural curiosity kids will have about some of these topics. That that's one of the great benefits of science, is that they're just some compelling things kids, I think, are eager to dig into when you present the topic. So great to see. You can see that review over on commonsense.org/education. And of course, join us every Tuesday by subscribing to the channel, liking this video, commenting below if you've got questions. We will respond. So see you next week.